Gonna look at tell ham tricks new video here, which I have not watched. So yeah, clock event part 2 coming soon is the title. So who's Telanfric? He's the owner of the game. I mean, I feel like you should possibly know that, probably know that a little bit anyways. Yeah, right here. Here's Mr. Telbantrick.
Gotten a little distracted. Actually, in the classic event, they didn't even update the description, but I guess they updated the timer in-game, so, oh no. So, first thing, new thing in the clock event, you gotta teleport to the clock area first for me to show you guys. So, if you come over to the clock event shop, you can actually see the whole event pass and everything, so, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been playing clock event, but it says more tiers are coming soon in the clock event part 2 update. So, that means we're gonna have 20 new tiers. It doesn't say right here how many tiers we're gonna have, but I've said 60 tiers before, and we only did 40 in this update. So the next 20 tiers are gonna include 19.
Okay, the thing is, I mean, it's easy to get tiers. I mean, it probably took minimum 15 games to actually get to, like, at least tier 30. You don't really need to play much to even get the tier 40, so, I mean, the fact that they're only adding 20 tiers is not that much, honestly. So, alright, it's done for me. I'm here. Okay. Well, that's good.
Normal random things like crates, boosts, gems, coins, but on tier 60, there is going to be a new unit, and this new unit is pretty cool. I've already said what it does before. I don't remember if I showed it, but I'm gonna show it now. So here it is, the
Okay, honestly, I really thought that it was going to be the future large clockman, but now we have the scientist clockman. It's got some random equations. Oh, yeah, it's equations to the time. I actually just realized that. So why scientist clockman? That is honestly what I thought. As soon as I saw this unit, what does he do? He probably does like an unknown ability that like the scientist TV does, you know. But, you know, I bet, like, everybody was hoping for the future large clockman. They even, you know, teased that whenever the first leaks came out. So changing it to Scientist Clockman was a little bit of an interesting decision.
Scientist Clockman. This guy, well, we decided to do a part 2 for the update because not only does he give money like the scientist, which is pretty easy to script because we already have scripts for that, but he also spawns barriers, and each barrier...
Oh yeah, it's literally Scientist TV. It's basically Scientist TV, but like clock version.
Scripted like a different unit, so that is like 5 units that need to be scripted because he has 5 levels of barriers. I just realized, okay, the outline on tier 40 is really small, but the outline on like other ones is normal. I don't know why the outline on tier 40 plus is weird, but anyways, yeah, so one of the things we're gonna have in Clock Update Part 2 is going to be the last 20 tiers. And as you know, the XP goes up whenever you go farther, and a lot of people are already at tier 40. The Guardian Clockman right now actually has 450k, so 450,000 people have gotten to the end of the clock pass, and if we go down to tier 20, 4 million people are there, so a lot of people are still grinding to get to the end, and for those already at the end, within probably the next week, you're gonna be able to get even farther in it. So good luck with that. That's probably gonna be a few days after the classic event ends, because I'm still waiting on the model.
Okay, a few days after the classic event ended, so the classic event ended yesterday, May 28th, so we can expect this maybe around like Friday through Monday, because, you know, a few days is not really much, so yeah, it just ended yesterday, so, you know, especially they like to update on the weekends, so maybe we can suspect this around the weekends. I mean, who knows if it will be released around that time, but that is just what I'm expecting.
To be done. It's been 11 days and my modeler still hasn't sent me any, so we'll see what happens with that. He said they are done though, and he'll send it tomorrow, and then Evan can start scripting those. And another leak here is the Shadow TV man.
Okay, Shadow TV man, what do we think about this here, chat? So, he has the purple screen. This honestly looks like Time TV man. He has the purple screen. He has the, like, daggers. like the Time TV man, I think, had hooks, but this is very similar. He also has the speakers on the side. I mean, yeah, this definitely shows resemblance. It needs to be blocky. Oh yeah, he literally has the animation from Roblox, like the character outfit where it's like buff. Yeah, and this was also in the last episode of Skippy Toilet. He's not a fan-made character? Yeah, he was in the last episode of Skippy Toilet, so he's not fan-made. That looks disgusting. I think it looks kind of good. I mean, we're not too sure if this is the finished product, but right now, I mean, it looks pretty decent. I also like how they added the daggers. That might be, actual special attack.
You can see he looks pretty cool, he's pretty buff, and we actually missed this guy.
I'm fine with him, honestly. Yeah, I am too.
Episode 70 Part 3's update, but kind of missed him because he actually was only in the full episode. He wasn't in any other parts of the episode, so in the full episode, there's actually a little bit more than what's uploaded in the other parts, because normally in Skibbity Toilet episodes, there's like Part 1, sometimes Part 2 and 3, and then the full episode of all the other episodes combined together with a little bit of extra stuff in between. And this guy was shown for a little bit. His attacks are not too known, but I mean, he has blades on his arms, so he probably punches with the blades on his arms. And he also has a TV, so he's gonna do purple TV static, and it's nothing too crazy, so we're not gonna make him like a godly or exclusive or something. He's probably just gonna be a mythic. But what is gonna be crazy in this update, here is the other thing in part 2 of this update. The future large Clockman. So here is a picture.
It's here. Oh, okay. I did not know that they were only going to have his head for this one. There we go. So, unfortunately, they are not adding it to the tiers. I wonder what they're going to do with this. I mean, maybe they're going to add it to the crate. But yeah, this is not in the tiers. I really thought it would be in the tier battle pass, though. So yeah, this is the large clock man. Doesn't really seem like he's finished, obviously, because it's only his head. But that actually looks kind of good. I am looking forward to this design there. So yeah, that looks pretty good.
I mean, this is progress from a few days ago, but now he's done, so he'll have everything. This is just an image that shows his head in an outline, something else he'll have, but this guy is gonna be really strong. And this is just the first version of him, because there's actually a golden future large Clockman 2.
A golden?
Guy is really strong. So those are gonna be two new pretty big things in this update. I'm not gonna reveal too much of how you'll get them in this video, because a lot of people were commenting.
Alright, what do we think about this golden future large Clockman? So they're gonna have two of the same unit. That's quite odd, if I had to say. So I mean, what do you guys think the DPS would be on these guys? I think it's Elite Clockman. He is kind of golden, maybe. We don't know. Might do more than Drill. I mean, he's supposed to only be a godly. So I'm not too sure that he's going to be more than Drill, if you're meaning the ultimate there. But I personally think, like, for the golden, he's probably going to have, like, maybe 75,000. For the normal one, maybe he will have, like, 45 to 50,000. At least 8k DPS. Yeah, I mean, this golden version, especially being a godly, is what they said. It would, have really high DPS.
Those were some Clockmen we didn't add, so now we'll have pretty much all the Clockmen. Also, people are starting to get really far in Endless Mode. Within the next couple updates, I'm really hoping Evan scripts that speed up thing, because that was supposed to be something really cool in Endless Ranks, and it's been a long time since we added Endless Ranks, but we've been focused on the Clock event, and then the Classic event, and now the Clock event Part 2. But Part 1 of the Clock event came out like 9 days ago, so it's only been about a week and a half. Part 2 is probably going to come out around like 2.5 or 3 weeks after the clock event came out, and then it's going to last for another probably 3 weeks. So if there are around 400 upgraded Titan Clockmen by now, at the end there will be around 1,600, and there are actually almost 1,500 upgraded Titan Drillmen, so I think the crate was balanced pretty well. That means there will be, I mean, there are some unopened crates, so at most around like 2,000 upgraded Titan Clockmen, which is exactly how much I was aiming for. Well, over 1 million Titan President. Actually, we almost have 1 million upgraded Titan Cinemamen, so that's not too crazy. I mean, there are only almost 4,000 of the Chief Clockman right now. But also in part 2 of the clock event, I'm really hoping that Evan can fix the system for the magnet toilets, because actually in clock mode, things are supposed to be a little different. If we go back to the clock area, you can see that we have the Time Factory map, and this one has the most magnet toilets on it. So on this map, most clock toilets spawn, and they were supposed to be able to move your units. I thought that would be a pretty cool system. I didn't think it would be—
They're supposed to move your units? Okay. So they basically made the magnet tool a parasite tool, but apparently they were supposed to move the tools. Honestly, they should only do that to clock units. They should only make the magnet tools be able to stun the clock units, be able to attack the clock units, be able to, I guess, move the clock units. So yeah, I don't know if they should add it so it can just randomly move your Santa away from where all the other Santas are. That would be quite weird. Your Santa is just going away.
that hard, because I mean, you can move units with B tools, like, I mean, spawn B tools, which, I mean, partners can, the partner server, you can just select a unit like that, and then boom, you can move it. It seems really easy, but you can see whenever I move it, something falls out of it, and that is actually the humanoid, and that makes the unit's animations break, and other things break, so we can't really move it with a simple script like that. Well, on some of them, it doesn't make it break, on some of them it does. It's because, I mean, we don't really have any sort of system scripted where you're actually able to move units normally in the game. And that is because usually you just place units, sell them, and then you can place them again. So that entire system needs to be re-scripted for moving units to work, and Evan would need to re-script all of that. But I was also thinking of another idea. We could add some sort of like special mode area where you could have something fun.
Special mode? Ooh. I would want special mode. Don't forget to put the jump button. Yeah, I won't forget that. I had an idea to where there's like this special toilet that spawns like every 2 waves, and it gets, progressively better and also more HP, obviously. But I thought this toilet would, like, 10 seconds into it spawning and, like another 10 seconds after, it would, like, duplicate. So that means, like, the tool in front of it or just a random tool on the map, it will duplicate. So imagine this just like spawns on wave 50, you're fighting the Titan tool, and it just randomly duplicates the Titan tool. Now maybe they should have like a percent system so it doesn't duplicate like high HP toilets that often, more common low HP, but that is just an idea I had where they could have a summoner toilet or a duplicator toilet maybe.
Because a lot of people seem to like Ohio mode. We had a vote if we should add Ohio mode back to the game, and a lot of people voted yes. So we could have like a limited time mode thing. Like most games have limited time modes. You could just have one and then have like a timer above it, and it could get swapped out with another mode like every couple weeks or something. And then whenever Evan rescripts all the systems, then toilets will be able to move, and then we could add clock mode as a limited time mode, but make it so that the toilets actually move. Actually, I mean, the units actually move. So, but back to focusing on the update. I know I always give estimates for updates and it ends up being later, but this time, honestly, it doesn't seem like we're having too huge of an update for the clock update part 2 to take super long. So I'm really hoping we can get this update out, hopefully by next Saturday. So
I knew it. I did say that they were probably going to opt for, Friday through Monday, so, they're looking to be on Saturday, which I remember, like, for the clock event, they opted for Saturday, then a week later, they finally released with it. But yeah, my guess is like Saturday or Sunday they're probably going to release with this part 2. So yeah, that was the video. Some interesting things have been leaked, you know, like 2 versions of the future large clockman. We have also that scientist clockman, which is basically going to be a scientist TV copy, I guess, you know, maybe just clock version. Like imagine it just places down a clock spider to the vent and it has like 200 kHp, you know, that could be something. But yeah, so tier 6 unit will kind of just be Scientist TV, and I am quite excited for the future